Hello, students. I am here with the poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. Here I will tell you something about the poet, new words, and explanation of the poem. John Keats was a British romantic poet. He was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821 at the young age of 25 due to illness. Although trained to be a surgeon, Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. Keats' secret, his power to sway and delight the readers. A Thing of Beauty is a poem taken from the poem titled Endymion, a poetic romance written by him. The poet says that a beautiful thing is a source of endless joy. The poem is an epic poem and it is based on Greek mythology about a shepherd named Endymion, his quest for his love Diana, and how in his quest he falls in love with an earthly maiden who later turns out to be Diana herself. The first stanza, the lines are: A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. The word bower, a shady place under a tree. Here the poet says that beauty stays forever. It never fades away. Rather, it increases with the passing time. The perception of the poet regarding beauty is that it never goes off with the passing time. Rather, it beautifies more and more. For the poet, beauty is like a beautiful shady tree under whose shade all the creatures can sleep peacefully and enjoy good health. The literary device used by the poet here, bower. Quiet calmness of the bower is compared to the calming effect of a beautiful thing. Alliteration also, there the S sound is repeating sleep, sweet. The second stanza lines are: Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. The words are: morrow means the following day. Despondence, depressed, hopeless. Gloomy, sad. Spite, desire to offend or annoy someone. Paul, here a dark cloud of gloom and sadness. The poet says that every day it is the beauty which fills us with the spirit to live. It is the beauty which builds the desire in us to live, though there are sad moments and cruel people around us. So here the poet wants to say that without beauty, the earth will be full of cruel people, sad and gloomy moments. It is the beauty which is created by God, which helps us to remove the sadness from our hearts, from our mind and soul. And that is why every morning we have a desire to live further. The poetic device used here metaphor. Wreathing a flowery band means the beautiful things of our life bind us to the earth. These beautiful things, flowery band means our beautiful memories. The third stanza, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, is sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils, with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season the mid forest break. So here the words bloom means blessing, rills a small stream, break a process to slow down, covered not openly known or displayed. Here, the poet describes the beautiful things which are present on earth. These are the sun, moon, trees, flowers, and the rivers. Poet says that all these things are like a blessing bestowed on all the creatures by the earth. He further describes that the trees provide us with their shade, flowers with their beauty, and rivers with their coolness during the hot summers. All of these are the beauties of nature which are like a boon for us. Literary device alliteration. Sprouting shady, simple sheep, cooling covered. So here S sound and C sound is repeating. The last stanza, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk, rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring onto us from the heavens brink. So, grandeur means high rank or socially important, magnificent, so as to impress. Mighty means enormous, immortal, never dying, living forever. Brink, edge, doom's last day of existence, noble, of superior quality, high moral principles. The poet further carries on with the description of the more beautiful things present on earth, such as the beautiful musk roses, which have such a nice fragrance. Then he describes the tales of the mighty warriors who laid their lives for their countries or for humanity. He says that these beautiful things are the gifts from God for all of us. They are like a nectar given by God to us, and these are those beauties which are immortal and give us a reason to live on the earth. They inspire us continuously. They say us fight against all the odds despite having, though we have so many sorrows in our life, but somewhere we inspire when we read about our mighty martyrs or heroes stories, and somewhere we are inspired by them. The poetic device metaphor, so means immortal drink. Beautiful objects of nature are forever like never ending source of joy. Thank you.